Hola! Welcome to Ida's Kitchen. Bienvenidos! My name is Ida Lugo McAllister and I am going to demonstrate how to prepare carne guisada, stewed beef. Stewed meat is cuts of beef mainly from chuck or round with lots of tough connective tissues, which requires long cooking time for the stew meat to become super tender. When referring to stew meat, we understand that the meat is cut into cubes or chunks and mostly used for stewed dishes like our carne guisada. When you add our tropical condiments to this dish, you are definitely taking it to another level in terms of flavor and aroma. We normally do not coat the stew meat with flour for this dish. However, I find that it provides a much better flavor and serves as a thickener to the sauce. There are several methods for coating the beef stew meat. You can add flour into a large bag with stew meat and shake the bag until the meat is coated with flour. Or you can add flour in a large bowl with stew meat and manually coat the meat. For this cooking demonstration, I will be using the latter method. Let's start preparing the beef stew meat. This is 2 pounds of beef stew meat, trimmed of excess fat, cut into 1-inch cubes, and rinsed. We are going to coat the beef stew meat with flour before browning the meat. I added 1/2 cup of all-purpose flour into this bowl. Place several chunks of stew meat and lightly coat with flour. With your hands, shake off any excess flour and place in a bowl. Continue this process until all the stew meat is completely coated with flour. We just finished coating the beef stew meat lightly with flour. Before we start browning the beef stew meat, you will need 2 special ingredients for this recipe: culantro, also known as recao, and ajíes dulces, sweet peppers. Here are 2 quick prep demonstrations on culantro and ajíes dulces for those individuals that are not familiar with our condiments. These are our culantro, also known as recao, a fragrant spice herb with long, jagged edge leaves. Let's trim the stems. And with a knife, let's chop the culantro. These are our authentic ajíes dulces, known as sweet peppers. The sweet peppers will turn yellow, orange, and red if left on the plant long enough. They are sweet with a unique tropical aroma and flavor. Cut the sweet pepper in half and remove the seeds using your thumb. We are ready to brown the meat. In a 4-quart saucepan caldero, heat 2 tablespoons of extra virgin olive oil over medium heat. Let's place the stewed meat in heated oil and brown thoroughly, turning the meat to sear on all sides. The flour will help thicken the sauce and add deeper flavor when simmering. You can brown the stewed meat in batches if you prefer. Continue turning the stewed meat to brown on all sides. We just completed browning the stewed meat. After browning the stewed meat, we can now add the following ingredients into saucepan. 4 ajíes dulces, sweet peppers, cut in halves. 1 green bell pepper, chopped. 2 medium onions, chopped. 3 minced garlic cloves. 3 culantro leaves, recao, chopped. 2 cups of water. 3 tablespoons of red wine vinegar. 3 sprigs of chopped cilantro. 1/2 teaspoon dry oregano leaves. 1 cup of tomato sauce. 2 bay leaves. 1 teaspoon of light salt or to taste. 10 pimiento stuffed green olives. And 1 tablespoon of capers. Stir all the ingredients and bring the liquid to a boil. The liquid is boiling, so let's reduce heat to a slow simmer. Cover saucepan with lid and simmer for 30 minutes. The stewed meat has been simmering for 30 minutes with all the herbs, spices, and vegetables. It already smells good and the sauce is starting to thicken. At this point, I am going to add 1 cup of carrots cut into 1/2 inch slices. 3 medium potatoes cut into 1 inch chunks. 1 can 8.5 ounces green peas with liquid. I purchased the can with no salt added. You can drain the liquid from can if that is your preference. Stir well. If you noticed, I did not add any seasoning envelopes with coriander and annatto. And look how nice and colorful. Cover saucepan with lid and continue simmering for 30 more minutes or until the vegetables are tender. It is time to check the carne guisada after a total of 1 hour of simmering. The stew meat and vegetables are coated with a thick sauce that has a deep, rich color. The vegetables and meat are tender, and the dish itself is not soupy with the right thick consistency. However, if you prefer a thicker sauce, then continue simmering without lid until the sauce thickens to your liking. This dish is served over white rice for a complete meal. When slow cooking tough cuts of meat, the connective tissue breaks down and tenderizes the meat. Adding vinegar or red wine to this dish will also assist in tenderizing the meat. Let's taste the carne guisada. The meat is so tender that it melts in your mouth. The sauce is thick and has so much flavor due to the herbs, spices, and vegetables. For your information, if you have any leftovers, the sauce will be thicker the next day. Riquísimo. I hope you have enjoyed watching my YouTube video on how to prepare carne guisada, stewed beef. Thank you for watching my YouTube cooking video. Please share, like, and subscribe to my YouTube channel. If you would like a copy of my cookbook, visit my website, idaskitchenboricua.com, and click on the cookbook tab. My cookbook is a bilingual Puerto Rican cookbook, and it contains 42 authentic Puerto Rican recipes that I learned how to cook while living in Puerto Rico. This side is the English version. If you flip the book over, the other side is the Spanish version. Again, thank you for watching my YouTube cooking video.